Hello there, this is Sally L. Cordy. We are outside of Manhattan Supreme Court, and you have just zoomed in on my sticker that says no flu shot. We're going to be Aaron Siri, the attorney who has won, overturning the mandated flu shots for the youngest. He is about to have a press conference right now. So this is very exciting. John Gilmore of Autism Action Network and Rita Palma of My Kids, My Choice are here. Elizabeth McCormick has traveled all the way from Kentucky to be here today for this momentous occasion. Many of the parents are here as well. So we are totally in support of Aaron Siri because he has done the impossible. He has righted the ship because the mandated flu shots were never legislated and therefore we had no voice. He has returned the voice to the people. Attorney Aaron Siri, we are so grateful. Again, we are here at Manhattan Supreme Court and we will be taping shortly. Thank you very much.
All right. So my name is John Gilmore. That's Gilmore. I'm the Executive Director of the Autism Action Network. We are a national 501c4 organization headquartered here in New York. We have been providing some assistance on this lawsuit. As you know, yesterday Judge Mendez came down with a decision basically agreeing with the plaintiffs in a case trying to stop the New York City requirement of a flu shot for children in daycare under the age of 6. So at this point I'm going to turn it over to the attorney on the case, and his name is Mr. Aaron Siri. That's AaronSiri. Thank you very much.
Good morning. I'll just start with 2 minutes of background. Then two of the plaintiffs from the case are here. They'll each give a short statement, and then I'll take a few questions. In the last week of the Bloomberg administration, the Department of Health, the Board of Health, sitting actually right across the street, pushed through a regulation that required every child in a city-regulated preschool or daycare to get the flu shot by December 31, or else be excluded from preschool. This requirement only applied to about 2,000 out of the 11,000 licensed and regulated daycare centers in this city. And it didn't apply also to another at least 20,000 legally exempt daycare centers in this city. Parents across the city, who in consultation with their doctor, made the decision that the risks outweighed the benefits for their particular child, had that right to choose taken away from them by 11 unelected individuals sitting in the Board of Health right across the street. If anybody's going to take away that right, it should be the elected representatives in this state. Parents across this city were at a crossroads, and a number of very brave parents stepped up and decided to sue the city over this illegal regulation. I have two of them here with me today, and I'll each give you a short statement in a moment. We brought a lawsuit claiming that the regulation was illegal, and we are very heartened that the Supreme Court of the state of New York agreed that it should be, as the flu shot in this city, the parents' right, in consultation with their doctor, to decide whether or not the flu shot is right for their child, not 11 unelected individuals at the Board of Health. I would like to call Michelle Carroll, one of the brave parents that stepped up to bring the lawsuit, and she has a short statement for you.
I just think it's important for people to remember that vaccines are drugs, and just like any other drug, not every vaccine is going to be right for every single child. This ruling is important because it keeps the decision about whether or not to vaccinate our smallest, youngest, most vulnerable citizens. It leaves the decision with the pediatricians and the parents, which is important.
Nice to meet you. And Magdalena Garcia, another of the brave parents that stepped up.
Good morning, everyone. I just want to agree with Michelle, but I just want to add thank you to Judge Mendez for the decision that you made, as well as Erin. I know my son and I are both very excited that he gets to stay in school now. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, I'll take a few questions.
Mr. Siri, I'm not sure that what you said was accurate a moment ago when you said that the decision stated that parents alone have the right to decide what vaccine their children get or don't get. Doesn't the court's decision essentially say that the state legislature is the only authority that can that can decide what vaccine or mandate vaccines? It's not really so much about what parents have the right to do or they don't have the right to do. It's strictly a matter of state rights versus city rights. Am I right?
You are correct in that the judge decided that it is the state legislature that needs to determine whether or not a flu shot will be required. And until that right is taken away, whose hands is it in? Of course, the parents.
Right, but strictly speaking, the court's decision was simply saying that the state legislature alone has the authority to decide what vaccines are mandated, right?
Until that right is taken away, it remains in the hands of the parents.
What are some of the risks that you had mentioned of having children vaccinated for the flu?
There are some known and accepted risks to the flu shot. There's an abundance of literature that you can look at.
What do you cite a few things?
Narcolepsy is an example. Febrile seizures is another example. You can take a look at the Cochrane Collaboration Study, which is an organization that is funded by and associated with the World Health Organization, NIH, and they put out a metadata analysis review of all flu studies, and their conclusion was that there isn't, well, I'll let you look at the study and you can see for yourself what it concluded. Any other questions?
Yeah, there are other vaccines that are currently required for children in New York City schools. Do you folks plan on challenging those requirements at all?
There's no plan at the moment to challenge any of those requirements.
And why
flu
not?
Vaccines, sorry.
You get the follow-up. It's okay.
Well, flu vaccines are also required, I think, in New Jersey and Connecticut. Is there any plan to challenge those requirements either?
There's no plan at the moment, no.
So if you feel that vaccines in general ought to be up to parents, then why not challenge the rest of them?
Well, I'm talking about in this instance with the flu shot. The state legislature did not require the flu shot. In fact, it specifically provided in state law that the city, the Department of Health, is to encourage the flu shot and expressly prohibited the Department of Health from requiring the flu shot. And this is an instance in which the elected representatives, the people who we put in office to reflect the opinions of people in this state decided, no, you cannot mandate, you cannot require the flu shot by regulation. And hence, the judge agreed and struck it down. The requirement in this city that the flu shot be mandated.
Can I just ask Mr. Gilmore a question?
If there are no other questions,
Can I just ask Mr. Gilmore a question? Yeah, can you?
Yes.
All right. What is the name of your organization again?
It's the Autism Action Network.
Autism Action Network?
Yes.
It's a national organization?
Yes, yes.
Why has your organization taken the position that it has taken?
Well, my organization's position is that vaccine decisions should be made by families in consultations with their doctor. And this seemed to be sort of an egregious violation of people's rights, as Mr. Siri said, that a appointed board would take it upon itself to order a small number of children in New York City to get a flu shot. And we thought that this was something that was wrong, and we decided to do something about it.
And what does this have to do with autism?
As I said, vaccine rights are an issue that is of great concern in the autism community. We work on a wide range of issues of concern of people in the autism community. such as health insurance access, special education, vaccine rights. There's a whole variety of issues.
And there's obviously conflicting research with respect to vaccines and autism.
Yes, there is.
You acknowledge that, obviously.
Pardon me?
You acknowledge that, obviously.
Yes.
And so, do you have a particular position on vaccines with respect to autism?
We believe that vaccine choices should be made by parents. Simple as that.
Do you believe that vaccines cause autism?
There is evidence to support that. As you said, it's a mixed bag. I think a lot more research needs to be done. But we think with the body of research that is out there at this point, that prudence would indicate that we need to be very, very careful about the vaccine choices we make. And when you have appointed boards making those decisions in really good fashion, such as the board of health here, that really is something that should happen.
What's that research that you say supports the view that vaccines cause autism?
Well, I can provide you a list later, but
Wait, because there's also discredited research that previous issue, right? Recanted published studies that have.
I think you're referring to the Wakefield study?
Yeah.
Okay. That concerned MMR. We're not talking about MMR today.
Something your organization has a say on or a position on?
On the MMR?
Yeah.
Basically the same position that we have with other vaccines, in that vaccine decisions should be made by parents in consultation with their doctors, not by appointed boards.
Public health board.
Any kind of appointed board, public health board, whatever you want to say. Any other questions for me? I'd prefer to turn it over to Cecilia if I could.
Could the mothers just provide a little biographical information about their children, ages, where they were in school, just for context? How old your kid is, or where he was in school?
My son?
Yeah.
My son is 3.5 years old.
Okay.
He goes to Union Settlement Johnson in East Harlem.
East Harlem, okay. And so that's one of the schools that would have required, one of the daycare facilities that would have required a flu vaccination, obviously.
Yes.
To attend. Okay.
Yes.
Could you just spell your name too?
Magdalena. It's Magdalena. Last name Garcia. Garcia.
And how old are you?
I'm 35.
And can you just voice why you didn't want to get your son vaccinated, or?
I had my own personal reasons as to why I didn't want to get the flu shot. He's vaccinated. He's up to date on all his vaccines. It's just the flu shot that I was against.
Can you say what it is
about the flu shot?
I'd rather not say why. It's personal.
All right. I respect your privacy. It's just you filed a public lawsuit to bar the city from doing this, and you don't want to articulate why.
Well, I think, like many parents, she believes that the right to informed consent should be a right, if taken away, should be done by elected representatives. The right to parental choice, if taken away, should be done by elected representatives. The right to bodily integrity, if taken away, should be done by elected representatives. The right to a representative democracy, if taken away, should be done by elected representatives. The right to live in a city and a state that respects the separation of powers between the branches of government should be respected. And so she bravely stepped up and decided 11 unelected individuals shouldn't get to take away the decision that she made, I presume in consultation with her doctor, that the benefits outweigh the risks for her child. If that right was going to be taken away, it should be done by at least elected representatives.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If everyone doesn't mind leaving in a timely fashion, the regular session commission is standing.
It's Overturned. We can choose whether or not to vaccinate with the flu shot. Great.
Thank you, Elizabeth McCormick. Yes, this is a sweet victory.